Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebastian. Welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. Let's get straight into this topic here. You know, it's like clockwork. It's like clockwork, and I want us to just think about this for a moment before we dive into this show here. The Lakers get eliminated. All right? They get eliminated. And the very next day, all of a sudden, all kind of stories started coming out. Oh, the LeBron, like this. The Lakers didn't appreciate LeBron. The next day, after LeBron lost, all of a sudden, Dave McMenamin and all of these guys are releasing stories. So some of you are like, what are you referring to? So Dave McMenamin, who covers LeBron James, recently chronicled his entire season where he was asking them questions in various cities, went on the Rich Eisen show where he was revealing the backstory to essentially this rift that took place between LeBron James and the Lakers. And essentially the story goes as following. After a particular game, I forgot the game that it was, LeBron James, at the end of the game, I think had eclipsed 1,000 wins or something like that. And JJ Redick had first gotten his I think he had reached his first 100 wins. So in the post game of this, they're in the background, in the locker room, I presume, and it looked like JJ was going to give the ball to LeBron. He was just basically praising everybody. And then Rob Pelinka comes and gives the game ball to JJ Redick. So for those of you who didn't see that footage, I want to play it quickly for you now, and then I'm going to come back and continue on the show. Great. So apparently this was something that really pissed off LeBron James. So Dave McMenamin went on a Rich Eisen show to essentially explain this story. And guys, when I tell you this is one of the most ridiculous stories you'll hear in a while, I'm not even exaggerating. But before I even get into his explanation, or his story rather, his breakdown, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Prize Picks. All right, guys, the regular season is wrapped up and the NBA playoffs are finally here. And there's no better way to cash in on all of the high-flying hoop action than Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA. Every bucket, every dime, every win means when you're making lineups on Prize Pick. And here's something you didn't want to sleep on. Prize Picks has the Do It Live 2026 NBA Finals sweepstakes going on right now. Make a $5 lineup with at least one live NBA player pick during the playoffs, and you could win a trip for two to the NBA Finals. That alone is reason enough to check out Prize Picks right now. I've been making lineups on the Celtics and Lakers players, and it makes watching the playoffs so much more fun. It's simple. Just pick more or less on player projections across basketball, baseball, hockey, and more. You can even pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup with stacks. And if your picks get off to a hot start, cash out early with easy payouts before the game even ends. Prize Picks is now available in all 50 states. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA. All right, perfect. So what we want to do is I want to play this sound for you guys. I want you guys to listen to it, and then I want to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to this exchange here.
How do we jump into this thing? First things first is, why aren't there more than one game ball?
It's a good question.
Wouldn't that have been great?
Yeah.
You know,
hey, had some foresight there.
I understand, like, this is, this would be like Oprah giving away cars. You get a game ball. You get a game ball. Sure. But there were so many milestones.
Yeah. So we're talking about March 31st.
Yes, sir.
Lakers beat the Cavs.
Mm-hmm.
It completes what ends up, we don't know, but at this point, in retrospect, they've now gone 16-2 over a 32-day stretch. And in this game against the Cavs, LeBron James, most wins in NBA history combined, regular season.
And against the Cavs.
And against the Cavs, right? Mm-hmm. 15,000 points for Luka Doncic for his career, 5,000 points for Rui Hachimura. And it secures back-to-back 50-win seasons and 100 wins in J.J. Redick's coaching career. So in the post-game locker room, J.J. Redick doing a good job and kind of recognizing this group accomplishment, is listing off all the things that were done by his team that day.
Mm-hmm.
And as JJ's addressing the room, Rob Pelinka takes his turn to address the room, is holding the game ball, and presents it to JJ Redick. Shortly thereafter, LeBron James, who, of course, he arrives to the arena wearing like an outfit and then showers and changes and stuff and leaves in that outfit. Well, this night was still in the practice shorts, ice bags on his knees, slide sandals on his feet.
And he walked right out.
Walks out.
By the way, Dave McMenamin here on the Rich Eisen Show talking about his piece that's on ESPN.com that's kind of burning up the entire NBA community, and certainly here in Los Angeles, California, live on the Rich Eisen Show. So LeBron James walked out with bags of ice on his knees, or took those off and left? Do we know that?
No. I mean, I saw it with my own two eyes. The bags of ice were still on his knees. And so this is like,
he's just out.
So to be clear,
I'm
this
out.
isn't because he doesn't think JJ Redick is deserving of a moment. It's not about that at all.
Yes.
He has a great relationship
And it
with
was a
JJ
beautiful moment. The video of his children
Yes.
saying, "Congratulations, Dad."
Right.
Beautiful moment.
It was taken by LeBron to be another example of the Lakers not appreciating him and everything that he does.
Where does that come from?
I think it's from an 8-year relationship that has had a lot of stuff build up. Now, I asked LeBron after Game 4
Yes.
against the Thunder. He's making the same route out of the arena. Mm-hmm. This time he's wearing regular clothes.
Okay, good. Yeah.
He's wearing the same clothes he arrived in.
Right.
And I said, in order for you to come back to play for the Lakers, I understand you're going to have to figure out whether you want to play. I understand you're going to have to both sides will have to figure out what the money. But that aside, is there any static that needs to be cleared up in order for this to move forward? And he said, there's no static from me. And so
I saw that. That was the quote, one of the second to last quotes of your piece.
Right. So I would say that perhaps that means that even though he had this moment, that was a real moment of indignation, is what he felt.
Yeah.
It's not something he can't get over in order to keep playing for the Lakers.
Right.
But the Lakers, you're dealing with one of the best players of all time. Where he goes on the list, that's up for debate. But
9th if you saw First Take the other day. But okay, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also someone who has now worked for you for 8 years, been the face of the franchise, delivered a championship, all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ever going to make the guy feel like you want him?
I mean, $50 million. He's the highest paid guy on the team.
So that's what the money is for? Are you Don Draper? Is that how you work with
John Hamm?
Yeah. Okay.
That's what the money is for.
Yeah.
Like that is in many ways, in many metrics, in sports for sure. The biggest respect you can get is your paycheck. That's number one. I understand. Is any of this born out of the fact is how he found out about the Luka trade?
I haven't been told that specifically.
Okay.
LeBron has on the record said that, of course, if that trade comes across your desk, you make it. Right. He understands it as close as he is with Anthony Davis and is to this day. No, I don't really think it's more about once the trade occurred, the way the Lakers went about their business.
So you saw it there. Am I the only one that's confused by this story? Number one. Number two, again, why is this coming out now? Didn't this happen a while ago? Why didn't you guys release this story before? Do you know why? Here's my hunch as to why they're releasing it now. I think they did this for a few reasons. Number one, to distract people that LeBron just got swept and became the first father and son duo to get swept together. And secondly, because they wanted to distract people from that. And secondly, they wanted to shift blame. That's because now we're not talking about him being swept. Now it's about, how the Lakers mistreated him. They could have released this story at any point. But they chose the next day after the game to release this story, which means this was something that was planned. Everything with these guys is strategic. That's the first. Now let's get to the other part of this. You guys heard the story of LeBron leaving Miami over cookies, right? You guys heard that, right? This is insanity. This isn't, even if you listen to Rich Eisen in the sound, he's like, he felt unappreciated. Like, unappreciated? Bro, you're getting paid $50 million a year. They drafted your son. He was talking about you felt unappreciated. So in that moment, JJ couldn't have that moment. And he's like, well, I'm upset. Well, Rob didn't he drafted LeBron, unless maybe I missed something. Does LeBron own the Lakers? Because it's almost making it seem like as if it was like, it's my right to have him on my team. Is it your team? I told you guys, drama always follows this guy wherever he goes. Wherever he goes. And I refuse to believe that Laker fans are loving all of this. You know, yesterday we had a cacophony of different voices. Stephen A. Smith, Nick Wright, Shannon Sharp. The whole media was telling us how LeBron's success time in the Lakers with the Lakers is a major success. Guys, do you know LeBron's playoff record with the Lakers since he joined is 32-31? He has a below 500 playoff record. A below 500. But if you leave it to these guys, they'll tell you, "Oh my God, this was a huge success." We haven't seen anything like this. It's getting pretty sad right now because maybe in the past these antics weren't apparent. Now you guys are pretty see-through. Like, you guys need to come up with a new parlor trick. We're seeing through what you guys are doing with the timing of all of this. Come on, man. It's a little bit ridiculous. You guys need to do something better than this.